Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, man fatally shot, policeman injured in alleged confrontation in Negril. A man was fatally shot and a policeman was injured in an alleged confrontation during a police operation in Negril, Westmoreland on Thursday. The deceased has been identified as Negril Richardson, otherwise called Draco. The police report that about 4:34 a.m., a team conducted an operation in Tank Lane in Negril. It was further reported that the officers entered the premises and were allegedly challenged by Richardson, who was allegedly armed with a handgun. During the alleged exchange of gunfire, a policeman and Richardson was shot. According to the police, a loaded firearm, a pistol with 6.9mm cartridges, was seized from him. Richardson was assisted to the Savannah Lamar Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The Independent Commission of Investigations has been informed of the incident and has since launched a probe. Man charged for fatal stabbing at wake in St. Catherine remanded. 25-year-old Siobhan Mangus McBean, who is charged with the stabbing death of a man during an altercation at a wake in Riversdale, St. Catherine, was remanded in the parish court today. McBean, who is charged with the murder of Kevin Robinson, otherwise called Maggie, was ordered by parish court judge Keon Lamy to return to court on September 15. Allegations are that around 1 a.m. on July 26, both men were among persons attending a wake in the Williamsfield district of Riversdale when they got into an altercation. McBean allegedly brandished a knife and stabbed Robinson 3 times in the chest. Robinson was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. An investigation was launched by the police, which resulted in McBean's arrest. He was charged on July 29 after being questioned in the presence of an attorney. Farmer charged for imitation firearm granted $400,000 bail. A 31-year-old farmer from Lawrencetown who was arrested and charged with the possession of an imitation firearm was granted $400,000 bail when he appeared in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Friday. Acting on a search warrant, the police reportedly went to the home of the father and discovered the gun in a safe on July 31. Upon being asked why the gun was in the safe, the father reportedly told the police it was to prevent his son from continuously playing with it. Following a police interview, the father was charged with the possession of an imitation firearm under the Firearms Act. The farmer's attorney, King's Counsel Peter Champagny, informed the court that the gun in question was a toy gun which was bought online for his client's 10-year-old son for a career day at school. In applying for bail, Champagny called for changes to the law which now makes such circumstances punishable by imprisonment. This he cited as being unjust, where there are no allegations that such a gun was used to commit a crime. The accused man is set to return to court on September 17, 2025. 2 St. Catherine men facing robbery and gun-related charges. 2 St. Catherine men have been charged with robbery with aggravation, 2 counts, shooting with intent, and unlawful wounding following an incident in Quarry Hill in the parish on Friday, May 30. Charged are 29-year-old Sandra Gale, a truck driver, and 23-year-old Oreen Wilson, both of Daytona, Greater Portmore, St. Catherine. Reports from the Spanish Town Police are that between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m., Gale and Wilson allegedly pounced upon a man and robbed him of several bank cards, a tablet, and $15,000. The man ran, and one of the men opened a fire in his direction. The man escaped injuries and reported the matter to the police. Moments later, another man, who was reportedly walking along the same road, was also pounced upon by the same group of armed men, one of whom allegedly used a firearm to hit him to the head, causing a wound which bled. They reportedly then proceeded to rob him of $80,000, US $30, a check valued at $22,000, and a Samsung Galaxy A3 valued at $20,000. A report was later made to the police and an investigation launched. Last Friday, both men were seen in the same vicinity by the complainant, who alerted the police. Upon their arrival, both Gail and Wilson were apprehended and taken into custody. They were formally charged following a question and answer session. Their court date is being finalized. PNP postpones Crossroads meeting, avoids a clash with JLP amid public safety concerns. The People's National Party has postponed its Kingston and St. Andrew Parish meeting set for Crossroads on Sunday, which overlapped with a Jamaica Labour Party meeting set for Halfway Tree following safety concerns. The People's National Party has always placed the interest of the Jamaican people above partisan politics. Our commitment to peace, order, and national stability remains unwavering, especially at this critical juncture, the party said in a release Friday, amid public concern over the viability of the two meetings being held meters away. The PNP, while maintaining it had secured all permits for the August 10 meeting well in advance of the date, said it was postponing the meeting to avoid unnecessary overlap. The party said that as part of its national mobilization campaign, it has been hosting a series of parish meetings across the island. The final leg of this campaign was scheduled for Sunday, August 10 in Kingston and St. Andrew, following a bus tour on Saturday, August 9. The party secured all necessary permits well in advance for the staging of this final parish meeting in Crossroads, the party said. However, the Prime Minister's belated decision to schedule a political event in Halfway Tree on the same day creates an unnecessary overlap that risks placing supporters of both parties in closer proximity. In the interest of public safety and to avoid any strain on the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the PNP has made the responsible decision to reschedule the KSA Parish meeting. New details will be announced shortly, the party stated. The postponement comes after several groups shared concerns about the two main political parties and their supporters showing up in force in the corporate area within close proximity of each other. Public safety must never be sacrificed for political theater, said the General Secretary of the PNP, Dr. Dayton Campbell. We refuse to contribute to any avoidable conflict or allow the Prime Minister to use a manufactured clash as an excuse to further delay the calling of elections. Jamaica deserves better, he said. Two charged following ammunition bust at the Sangster International Airport. Two St. Elizabeth residents who were held with a quantity of ammunition at the Sangster International Airport in St. James a week ago have been charged. Charged with unauthorized possession of ammunition are 29-year-old Brian Witter, a security guard of Nain, and 46-year-old Vancia Peart of Pepper District and the United States. They were taken into custody and charged on Sunday. It is reported that on August 1, about 11:30 a.m., Ms. Peart was preparing to board a flight from Montego Bay to the United States when she was subjected to a routine security screening. During the screening process, 7 rounds of ammunition were found in her luggage. Further investigations led to the arrest of Mr. Witter. They were later charged by detectives assigned to the Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division. The FNID says since the start of the year, 139 rounds of ammunition and 4 firearms have been seized at the Sangster International Airport. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.